calls from every college, A, B, C, K, I, L. So 70% of my time I used to spend on practicing the material, and 30% of the time I used to, read articles, and then I used to allot my time for getting to know the concepts. In VRC section, I wasn't performing well, and even uh, till October, I feel I was not performing really good, like well in VRC section. Postcat is all about knowing things which are happening around you, because interviews are, they're not fixed sort of questions. Interview is all about knowing yourself, and then knowing things, what all things are happening around the world. To be honest, I was very happy because IMA was my dream college, and
First of all, huge congratulations on securing your IIM Ahmedabad convert.
yeah, thank you so much.
थोड़ा सा अपने बैकग्राउंड के बारे में बताइए, स्कूल, कॉलेज एंड व्हाट वर यू डूइंग बिफोर कैट?
Yeah, so I did my schooling from St. John's Academy. I'm from Bihar, and post my schooling, I joined Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, where I did my BTech in Manufacturing Science and Engineering. Uske baad, I joined City as a software developer. So I graduated in the year 2022, and it's been 2.5 years now, and I was part of City. And while I was in my second year of City, the thought struck me to it's from the very beginning. Actually, I was trying to prepare for CAT because I wanted to do an MBA since I was in college itself. So then when the thought comes into the mind, then you start talking to people like how exactly you should prepare and things like that. Then I talked to one of my friends, few of my friends actually, and a few of them told me about Elitesgrid. So still remember in the month of May, I started, researching for all the institutes. Initially, I was not sure if I should, go for any coaching institute or should I prepare it on my own. But then I talked to a few of my friends, and I got to know that it's better to go for some institute. Because what I feel is when you prepare for CAT, there are two things which is very important. One is persistence, and the other one is planning. So persistence is, it depends on you, right? But the planning part, you can get it from the institute, and this institute like Elitesgrid, like when I joined it, like the study material and the sessions which they conduct is mind blowing. Like for me, since I was from engineering background, maths were quants, and DI was not that much a problem for me. Especially the problem was the RC section. And then like after I attended all the sessions, and I got to know like how exactly I should prepare for that particular section, it helped me a lot. Apart from that, all the doubt sessions and all the end sessions which Hanish sir and Gaurav sir used to conduct, that helped me a lot. So I'm really very grateful to Elitesgrid, because of them only I was, I'm able to clear CAT, and I'm now going to IIM Ahmedabad. So a big thanks to Elitesgrid and the team.
Were you working or interning while preparing for CAT, or immediately after college you started preparing for CAT?
No, so I worked for, still I'm working. So like in the meantime, while I was preparing for CAT, I started my preparation in last year only. Last year only I joined Elitesgrid. At that point in time only I started my preparation. So I prepared for around 6 months along with my work. So like I was a working professional while I was preparing for CAT. So it helped me a lot, because the sessions used to, they used to conduct the session in the evening and or in the night, and they also consider your timings. So that was not an issue for me to manage the sessions along with my work. So like my working hour is around 9 to 5 or 9 to 7. So after that I used to give full 3 or 4 hours per, like initially not 3 or 4 hours, I won't lie, initially like 2 to 3 hours I used to give. But then when the exams were coming closer, then I started putting more extra efforts. So yeah, it was like many times I felt like I'm some stuck with in some loop. But then the sessions, I used to talk to few of the mentors like Gaurav sir, I used to talk to him a lot. Even Honey sir, I used to tell them like while I was giving mocks and all, my marks was not coming that great. So I used to talk to them, and they're like, keep working hard and it'll come out. And then finally I saw the results. So yeah.
As you said that you always wanted to do MBA.
Yeah.
So what was the motivation? Was it to climb the corporate ladder, or was it to explore new industries? What was your motivation specifically?
So see, when I entered the college, right, I was not very much sure what I am going to do in the future. So then I got to, then coding was introduced to me, right? And I started loving it. Like I started loving what I was doing. I started uh, solving a lot of problems and all. And then in the like many a times I felt like just coding part I can't do every time, right? Like there should be some like 2 to 3 years I can do, but
Yes.
after that I need to expand my horizon. I need to know, because there are a lot more other domains as well,
Yeah.
which and I am also always that sort of person who who is able to perform well when I know the whole picture. And and what I feel is getting into any IIMs or any MBA college, it will give me the knowledge of all the business, like how exactly it runs, how, the in and out of it. So that's why from the very beginning I used to talk to my dad as well, and he was like, okay, after doing your BTech you can go for MBA as well. So things like that happened, and I was very sure like I'll do an MBA. But yeah, I was not sure when. But in this while I was in city, the thought striked me. There were few incidences which which took me to that decision. So yeah.
So, from which colleges did you receive calls, and which are the ones that you successfully converted so far?
Yeah, so I received calls from every college, A, B, C, K, I, L, and yeah, I just gave CAT. So these are the colleges which I was focusing on. I gave all the interviews. My like I get convert from A and B. For C, results are yet to come because only A and B released its result, right? So yeah, I got an admit from both the colleges, and I'm opting for Ahmedabad.
So, as you said that you were preparing for the from the previous year, right? So,
Yeah.
was this your first attempt at CAT, or you had appeared previous year as well?
No, this was my first attempt.
Okay, so what is your percentile this year?
98.38.
I would love to hear how you structured your days, specifically because you said that you were working while you were studying alongside. So, how
Yeah.
you balanced everything?
So, yeah, initially it was a bit tough for me because, to manage all the work along with the studies. And also I had 1.5 years of break from studies. I took it like because I was working. So in the start, I it took me a lot. It took a lot of me because the whatever what you say, the focus was not there initially, to be honest. But then it all depends on how committed you are. If you are
Yes.
doing anything timely, and if you are persistent with something, the results are going to come in the longer run, but it will for sure come. So for me, what I used to do is my office hours was 9 to 7 or 8. So I used to do all the work till 8, and 8 was like the deadline for me. Like I used to not work after 8, and I even talked to my manager like, whatever work you are giving me, I am going to do it till 8 itself. Otherwise I am not going to do prior like after 8 or something. And then from 9 to 1, 9 to 1, I used to practice a lot. And how I divided my subjects. So for me, because English was always my not my forte, so I used to start my days with English. So I used to wake up around 6:30. Okay, and then I used to freshen up, and then from 7 to 8 or 8:30 I used to give that time, that slot, to English. And then in the afternoon, while I was working, I used to read a lot of articles, because that has helped me a lot. And I would suggest everyone to, if you are stuck with reading comprehension, because initially what used to happen with me while I was reading the passages, I was getting lost while reading because the passages are very long. So then
Yes.
I talked to few of my friends, I talked to the mentors, and they were like, start reading articles and all. Then I started reading articles, and it helped me a lot. So this was the English part. Then in the night, I love maths, and quants was always my favorite and is my favorite. So that was never an issue for me. And given Honey sir has structured the course really well, he used to give everything, every notes and all. So I used to follow that, and also I used to see the recorded lectures rather than attending the live classes, because uh, specifically for quants, so I used to watch them on 1.5x or 2x, because all the basics I already knew, to be honest. But I wanted to brush up that those concepts. So that I used to do for quants, and practice is must. Like in CAT, nothing but practice helps a lot. So whatever you study, whatever, how many times you read, doesn't matter if you won't practice. So what I feel is you should practice at least, like you should divide your time in such a manner that you should give at least 60 to 70% of your time to practice your all the whatever transcripts they give, whatever questions are there, whatever from wherever. For me, I used to practice on EG portal only. They have the portal where you can, practice all the questions. So I used to do it over there. So 70% of my time I used to spend on practicing the material, and 30% of the time I used to, read articles, and then I used to allot my time for getting to know the concepts.
Which batch did you enroll in, and when did the classes begin in Elitesgrid?
Yeah, so actually, I enrolled a bit late because I feel that the batches start from April itself, right? So I enrolled a bit late in, like, at the end of May. But then I talked to Honey sir and asked him to, get me into the alpha batch, which is the first batch, I feel. So then I convinced him. I said that I'll watch the lectures, whichever was already taught on 2x speed, I'll cover it. Then he was very helpful. Like he just changed my batch from the later one to the alpha one. So I was in alpha batch. So, and I initially, as I mentioned, that it was a bit tough for me because covering all the, because already there was a lot of lag from my side, because people already started from April, right? And I started at the end of May, or maybe from June. So there were a lot of things to catch up, to cover up. And I sometimes, because Saturday, Sunday is holiday for us, right? So I used to give a lot more hours on weekends, because only there I can, cover all the things which I already missed. So yeah, like that I entered to alpha batch, and I was a part of it.
But also, I think CAT preparation can really feel like a seesaw. Some days are like you are up with confidence, and other days it feels like nothing is working despite of all the efforts that you're putting in. So during those low days, how did you keep going, and that helped you to stay balanced?
Yeah, that's completely correct. Like as I mentioned many times, like when many times I was stuck, I was like I was in a loop, and I used to give mocks and all, and my marks was not going up. And I'm like, how am I going to, crack CAT, and how am I going to get into one of my favorite colleges? And then many times you feel like that, but what I feel is you should never quit. That is the key. And also, like, yeah, there are times when you feel low, when you are like, okay, things are not working out for me. But then you can talk to mentors. I used to talk to Honey sir, and I used to talk to Gaurav sir as well. And they used to tell me, like, keep practicing, keep going, it'll come in the end. And it came. So yeah, it all depends. You should never quit, you should keep going. Yeah, maybe in the first attempt you won't get it, I'm not saying that, because see, at the D day, right, it all, luck also matters, and for me it was also there.
When you first started taking mocks, were your scores initially high or low?
It was not very high, to be honest. In quants and DI, I was able to perform okayish, not very good. But in VRC section, I wasn't performing well, and even uh, till October, I feel I was not performing really good, like well in VRC section. So I used to read, as I mentioned earlier, I used to read a lot of articles and all, and many a times initially my score was good in quants and DI, and there came a phase where it dipped. And at that point in time I was like, oh my god, what I'm going to do from now, because only I feel 1 month was left when I saw my dip. And I'm like, okay, no worries, I'll just keep pushing myself, I'll keep practicing, and let's see how it goes. So yeah, like that, it doesn't matter. Whenever you are giving mock, don't think it just for the, getting the marks. Think it as if you are learning something, is what I felt. And this is what sir used to say to everyone. In quants, I used to do a lot of silly mistakes, and I feel that this is going to happen with many people, not everyone, but yeah, many people. So that I used to, mention, and I used to write few things which I used to read, and I'm like, okay, from next time I'm not going to make the same mistakes. So yeah, that was there. And for VRC, article is the must. So I felt like reading articles helped me a lot, like in VRC section.
You repeatedly mentioned mocks, and you corrected where you went wrong. So,
Yeah.
approximately how many mock tests did you take throughout your preparation?
The number is a lot, but I don't think that that much amount of mock tests is required. Just take two mocks would be enough, I guess. Two as in two mocks from different sources would be
Okay.
enough. I took a lot. I am not going to mention the number, but yeah, it was there. So it all, like, giving 50 is too much. 45 is 50 is good. I felt not 50 also 30 40 is good, but yeah. It's just that you should not be like I need to give that many marks because the other person is giving that, because everyone is different, right? So I felt that whatever is working for you, even giving one mock a week is fine. I used to, like, later when in the month of October I used to give a lot of mocks per week, and which I guess I did wrong in that, so that's why I'm not going to mention the numbers. So it all depends on the individual. Try everything, I would say. Whatever is working for you is good. So don't miss on, like, and don't get stuck in those thoughts that, okay, that person is giving that many numbers of marks, so I'm also going to give it, which it's not going to work for you. It all depends on the individual, I feel.
Okay, so this discussion brings me to another important aspect of the preparation, that is revision. A lot
Yeah,
of students find it very tough to retain everything they have studied over the year. So,
that's
what was your approach to revise to ensure that you efficiently retained everything?
Yeah, so as I remember, CAT was on 24th November, right? So, and EG used to conduct a lot of sessions, and that helped me a lot. All the long sessions I attended, and over there we used to practice, and Hani sir used to give us the solution to the same. So that helped me a lot, because in the at the end you are like you don't know what you will do, because everything is done. Yeah, you are done with mocks, maybe, because at the end people suggest that you should not give marks, because it's going to, maybe if you're not performing well, then it's going to demotivate you. So I won't stop. I did not stop giving marks, but yeah, I decreased the numbers in the month of November, and I started focusing on my revision. So I used to attend all the sessions which Hani sir and Gaurav sir and Priyanshi ma'am used to, and Sahil sir used to conduct. And yeah, that helped me a lot. I revised through the videos only, because I'm not that sort of a person who takes all the notes and all, because Hani sir and all the teachers used to give all the notes, so that was not required. So I used to watch all the videos, maybe on 2x speed. It depends on the individual again. For me, I used to watch the videos and covered all the revision sessions.
So, apart from CAT, many students also appear in other entrance exams around the same time. So, did you
Hmm.
appear in any other exams?
No, I just appeared for CAT.
Can you share how you approached your interview preparation? What was your step that you took to get ready for the personal interview?
Firstly, the preparation of, like, pre-CAT and post-CAT, we say, right? So these are very different. Like, pre-CAT is all about practicing and, sitting in a room and just practicing on your own, watching videos and things like that. But post-CAT is all about knowing things which are happening around you, because interviews are, they're not fixed sort of questions. So how I started, I'll tell you. In the month of December, I started talking to, my seniors who are in IMA, IMB, IMC, maybe in KI, everywhere. I started talking to them, and there are a few seniors who helped me a lot. I used to ask them how exactly they prepared. So it's all about, first try to, take one or two newspapers, because you should know what all things are happening around the world. Because in the interviews, what I felt, everywhere they asked me, like, things, geopolitical news. Because I was lucky enough, because everything was oriented to US and things like that, and I'm very much interested in those politics. So yeah, that helped me a lot. And I feel that just try to know yourself first, and then try to know what is happening around you. First, wherever you have been, you should know where, like, in and out of it. Like, I am from Bihar, so I prepared a lot, like what exactly things are there in Bihar, what are the places, what is the history. You should know everything. So after that, I stayed in Maharashtra. I researched all the things for Maharashtra as well. Then I since I did my BTech from Kharagpur, so I was in West Bengal as well. So yeah, you should know about yourself. Interview is all about knowing yourself, and then knowing things, what all things are happening around the world. So yeah, by doing that, I guess you would be able to crack the interviews and be confident. is the key. Yeah.
So you elaborately explained how current affairs is very important in B-School interviews.
Yeah.
So how did you keep yourself updated? Did you follow any specific newspaper or any YouTube channel, or where did you get your resources from?
Yeah, so initially what I did, I took Hindu subscription. But like after 10 or 5 or 10 days, I realized that I'm not that sort of person who, who reads newspaper. Then I got to know about one app, which is In Short. So I love that app. So you can get all the news from there. So I used to follow In Shorts. And then there is one Vantage channel which is on YouTube, which is free. So Vantage by Palke Sharma, its name is that. So I used to, watch her news, and like she describes everything like very clearly. So yeah, these are the two platforms which I used to follow. Apart from that, I took Hindu subscription of the not the hard not the newspaper, the app which they have.
So how was your overall interview preparation? Did it go the way you had planned and prepared for, or there was any unexpected moment that threw you off?
See, what I'll say to everyone is, yeah, you can plan things at a certain point, like till a certain point, but after that, many times I felt like, again, I don't know what I'll do next. But then, like, start never stop is what I learned. So initially I prepared myself ki okay, I'll follow few newspapers. So then when I started following, I was not, very much into it. Then I got to know about In Short, and I started liking it. So it's all about exploring things. So I feel that whatever suits you, it all depends on the individual again. Whatever is suiting you is going to help you in the longer run. And like during my interview preparation, In Short, like I followed that, and then I got to know about Vantage, so then I followed that. So yeah, there were few incidents where I felt that okay, things are not going as I planned, but then that doesn't matter. In the longer run, just keep on going, it'll come out. So yeah, that was there.
So what about the interview? Did the interview go according to your plan?
Yeah, so that's very strange. I'll tell you a few of my interview, and my favorite interview experience was IMA experience. So
Uh,
my first interview was IMK. So it was not very good, honestly. I'm like, okay, what I did, like it was not good. I was very much demotivated, and my IMA interview was just after IMK. As in, my IMK interview was on 7th Feb, and A was on 8th Feb. Then I was very much demotivated after my IMK interview. And then I talked to a few of my seniors, and they told me, okay, don't get demotivated, because tomorrow is a big day for you and you should be confident. Then I'm like, and I talked to many of the seniors, and they told, like, there is one key for any interview. Just try to uh, take the interview around, wherever you want to lead it. Don't let the interviewer like take that in the other direction, which is not your forte. So I remembered IMA interview started with, I'm a big F1 fan. So IMA interview started from that point. So it started on a high note for me, and then they went to the budget, and I prepared very well for that as well. And then since I was from Bihar, so they went to that. So IMA interview went as I planned, I would say. So, and also my B interview was very conversational. So it went good only, but I was not sure if I would get into it, because they did not ask me a lot of questions. It was a more of a conversational interview. And IMC interview was, yeah, they did ask me a few maths questions, and yeah, I was able to solve those. So IMC interview was also good, and it was a bit according to me and a bit according to the panelist. But IMA interview was, I felt that it was directed as I wanted it to be. So yeah, these were like there. So it depends, again, like it will vary from interview to interview, and it also depends on the mindset of the panelist. So always try to keep a smile on your face when you enter, is what I feel. And always try to point out things which you are confident about.
So do you remember any unexpected question that the panelists asked you, and how did you answer that question?
Yeah, so in my IMK interview, since I work at Citibank and I'm a software developer, I'm not into finance. So then they asked me, they told me, actually, they did not even ask me. They told me that I can clearly see that you have not done anything in your 2 years. I'm like, okay, I don't know how I'm going to answer it. I just said that, no, sir, I won't think like that, because like I have worked in two teams, and I just, like, I don't know why they told me that question, that thing. But yeah, that was very strange, and it ended on that. So that's why I was like, okay, maybe this interview was not my yeah. So
You repeatedly mentioned Elitesgrid played an important part in your preparation. So, what was your overall experience with Elitesgrid during the preparation?
yeah, so as I mentioned that when you prepare for CAT, two things are very important. The first one is planning, and the other one is persistence and hard working, right? Hard work. So I felt that the planning part was done entirely by Elites Grid. When I joined EG, initially I was very confused, as I mentioned, that if I should join it or not. But then it helped me a lot, and I am grateful to Elites Grid, because they have helped me a lot throughout my CAT preparation. Because I never, initially you are very confused how exactly, because the syllabus is a lot, right? So you don't know where exactly what all things you need to follow. But in when you come to Elites Grid, they'll give you a streamlined notes, so which helps you a lot. And all the sessions keep, like, I watched all the sessions of all the teachers, and like it helped me brushing up my all the concepts, and it helped me to boost my confidence as well, because I was sure like whatever will come is going to come from those contents only. So, and also the practice sessions which Hanisa used to conduct, that was very helpful. And yeah, so these are the few things which were there, like while I was preparing, and Elites Grid helped me a lot throughout the journey.
So, after all the efforts and preparation, how did it feel, or what was your first thought that came to your mind when you finally received the convert?
To be honest, I was very happy, because IMA was my dream college. And when I initially, when the results came, I was in the market, and I saw the result, and I was not, I was like, okay, this might be some prank or something. Then I told one of my friends, please check my result. I'm unable to see it. I'm like, it's not opening. Then that friend saw the result, and he told me like, okay, you got into IIM. And I'm like, I was very happy. And then I felt that all the hard work paid off, is what I felt. And even if, in the longer run, it always depends how much you like, even if I'm working now, whatever hard work I'm putting in, it's going to give me the result somewhere in the later part of my life, is what my thoughts are. So yeah, it was very, I was very much happy, and I don't have words to, express my feelings, the peak of happiness I was there.
So, lastly, if you had to give one key piece of advice to any CAT aspirant to help them boost their score, maybe it can be a common mistake that they should avoid, or something important that they should consistently focus on during the entire preparation journey, then what would it be?
Yeah, so for me, what I felt, I used to, there was a time when I used to give 3 to 4 mocks a week. And I felt that that was not necessary, because first, whenever you are giving any mock, first try to analyze it, because whatever mistakes you have done, you need to improve. You need to, improve in that, because there's no point of doing same mistakes over and over again. So it's better to, give one mock, try to analyze the mock, see the solution, try to, wherever the shortest solution is, try to get that, because for one question there can be different solutions, right? So try to discuss with, if you have a friend group, then that's amazing, because they help a lot. Because I used to have a friend group as well. We used to discuss, okay, how can we solve this problem in a shorter manner, and things like that. So getting a friend group, and even if you don't have, that's fine, because you have got a great great teachers, you can always discuss with them as well. So yeah, try to solve the mock. Whenever you are giving any mock, try to analyze it. Without analyzing it, there is no point of giving any other mock. So yeah, and never quit, keep practicing, and be persistent is all I would say. Yeah.
So, okay, so thank you, Bhavya, for sharing your incredible journey from stress of the preparation to actually achieving the success of IIM Ahmedabad.
Yeah, thank you, Sneha. It was nice talking to you. It was really nice talking.